Drifting. If you've played Forza Horizon 5 for any amount of time now, you'll probably have done this a good couple of times. I know I certainly have. In fact, it's one of my favourite things to do in this game. However, recently EventLab has been added, which makes you able to do, well, whatever you want, really. Well, EventLab's not exactly new, it's been here since the start of the game, but it's a new addition to the Horizon series, which means you can build tracks, you can put props, you can do whatever you want. It's essentially Super 7, but with a race. But some people have gone and been even more talented than that, and they've made some interesting courses. And today, that's what we're going to go take a look at. So if we go over to EventLab, we'll just go and open that quickly, and Event Blueprints. I've got a few in my favourites just down here, and a few of those we'll be taking a look at today. In fact, I think we'll probably start with this one, which is a replica of the Japanese Nikko Drift Circuit. And let's see, it is actually going to be hopefully pretty good. The share code will be on the screen as well as at the bottom of that little bit where it says about it. And let's go and take a look. It is by Shuten Doji 6788, and let's go check it out. We'll go with solo because the ones I'm checking out today you can try out in solo without needing to have a convoy or anything, because I can't get enough people together in time. But there are also a few that require convoys as well, and if you want me to go and check those out, do go ahead and let me know in the comments. But let's go take our Sylvia, and let's go drifting. So we start outside of the stadium, all the way over here, because you still can't have custom start places, which I really wish they would add. But if we go ahead and follow that little line down here, we're not going to follow it too much, otherwise we're going to be heading into the finish line. But as we go through here, we can see the entire circuit. Now this is honestly actually pretty cool, because as somebody who's followed cars that have been drifting at the Nikko circuit before, in fact this is one of them, it's actually pretty cool to go ahead and see that somebody has made this and we get to drift it ourselves, which is brilliant. Let's try and follow this little line on the inside, outside, I don't know. We'll go and follow this line if we can. Let's see, let's keep it going. Can we keep it going? We can. Look at that beautiful, just gorgeous amount of smoke from these tyres. That is fantastic. Oh, look at that. If we go into a nice little bit down here, try not to overdo it too much, we get to see that this is actually a really, really nice circuit. Now, let's see. This is where it starts. I've got some headphones plugged in, so who knows how well this is going to go. But we're going to try and do a proper run of this circuit from the interior of this car. Now then, let's see what we can do. I don't know what I'm going to put here, probably like some music or something while we're drifting, but let's go try it out. This is amazing! And there we go. That is us basically fully around the circuit and back to where we start. That is amazing. However, we've still got a few more drift tracks to go, so let's go ahead and try out the next one. So I was just about to get ready to go on to the next event circuit, and it spawned us up here. How? You know what, maybe it's best I don't ask. And then I got invited to go and join a drift session. So that was Nikko Circuit, which is honestly a pretty cool one, and I hope you've enjoyed what I was able to do with the little camera angles and stuff there. Now, next we're going to go and have a look at Tsukuba, which is yet another one out in Japan, which is a fantastic little area, and hopefully, never mind, scratch that. This is the one we need a convoy for. Wonderful. So in this case, we'll go and have a look at this one. Now, if you remember Forza Horizon 3 or anything about it, you'll know that there was a parking area up at the top of Surfers Paradise. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. So, let's see, we'll go into that one in just a second. The share code is on the screen there, but it will also be on screen in some bigger letters and numbers and whatnot. But let's go and take a look at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and load into this one. Once again, we start on the outside of the stadium. You'll see that probably a lot for some of these. And let's see, we'll just go and make our way through the car park out here really quick. Now, it's not that one, but it is indeed the one in here. Now, this is actually really well done. There's trees everywhere, but it's not enough to completely slow down a lower-end PC or console, because I am playing this on the Xbox One S, and it is honestly actually pretty good. I don't know what the racing line's doing, it's just going absolutely all over the place, as am I. But yeah, honestly, this is actually a really good little area if you want to go and practice in tandems with people, if you want to go check out some builds, if you also want to be really confused about racing lines like myself, why are they going into space, then this is honestly a pretty good little area. And yeah, I recommend it. It's fun, it's a tiny little space, nothing too major, and honestly, pretty worth it. But yeah, there's not much I can say about this, because at the end of the day, it is just a tiny little area. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next track, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to. Oh wait, the finish is over this way. Right, on to the next track. And that was the parking lot. So now we move up a game to Forza Horizon 4 with the Festival Drift track. This is actually a pretty good recreation. Why? You'll see in just a minute. So while we're waiting for this map to load, let me know in the comments if you know where this car's from. I'll be interested to see how many of you do know. So now we've jumped back again to Forza Horizon 4 with the Festool Drift Circuit. Not sure whereabouts everything is? Well, this is that little drift circle at the end, and there is a little bit of elevation change too, which is honestly accurate to the other game version of this, and trust me, I should know, I've spent enough time drifting around it. This would be the tunnel that you go through. To the left would be the castle where the backstage is. Now, can I get the back end of this to kick out a bit? Yes, there we go. If you went on through that tunnel and went on that way, that would lead onto the drag strip. And yeah, we go back around this way, because this is the way that little festival drift course would follow. Or just the festival circuit, because that's what it was known as. But we'll go back up around here, a little bit of elevation changes again, and that takes us back onto around here. Which is honestly fantastic, because it feels like it's all very, very evenly spaced. So whoever's done this has done an amazing job. I believe their name was something like AR27. In fact, we'll go find out in just a little bit. There's even stuff on the inside too. I mean, look at that, it's fantastic. And now we move on to the last track of this video. Honestly, my favourite one, because it is EventLab Minami with pit area and jump drift. This is going to be fantastic. It's by San Neko, and indeed, last map was made by AR27M. But Cyan, I'm not quite sure how you'd say the name. But let's go ahead and take a look at the map. And here we are. Much like all of the previous ones, we have started right outside the stadium, but that's not going to be an issue, because all we need to do, like usual, is turn right back around and go inside. Now this one does have a checkpoint at the start, but once we get past there, never mind. But once we get past there, we are welcomed into Minami. Now this is the pits areas where everybody usually parks their car up along the edges just about here. And then there's also some pits here and some a bit further down. We've conked the edge of one of the poles. Oops. And the wall. Oops. The sequel. But if we go out actually onto the course, we'll do a little bit of a drive of it first, just to go and show you where everything is. Now, if you haven't heard of Minami, it is a very famous jump drift course, which I believe now is being turned into a dirt track. I'm not quite too sure, but yeah, for its time, it's a very, very famous course for that jump drift. Let's go ahead and see if we go on to this little... Oh dear! Never mind, you saw nothing, we're just going to keep on going. Let's see if we can nail this jump drift first try. We'll go down here, we'll catch a little bit of sideways angle. Come on, keep it going, keep it. Never mind. I mean, look at that for some air though. Like, wow, that is quite a photo. Oh, that is actually so cool. I love this track. I do come back to this track quite a lot, even when I'm not making videos on it. In fact, I did end up making a sort of kind of video, I'm not quite too sure how to explain it, but it was like a drifted video I did on here that had like a little bit of a cinematic thing and whatever. But if you want to see that, do go ahead and let me know down in the comments. But yeah, this is honestly probably one of the most fun tracks out of all the ones from today's video, although they are all fantastic and I highly recommend you go and check out each and every single one of them. Especially with some high-powered cars. Well, this one's only got 600 horsepower, so it's not exactly the most powerful car here, but it is certainly a pretty nice build. But yeah, this is actually amazing. Just going to make our way back around here. What if I could drift this in reverse? Hang on, it is a stupid idea ours. Let's go and turn this thing back around and see if we can drift this in reverse. Because if we can, you can hit a jump drift and going back the other way. Okay then. It turns into a little bit of a toggle if you're going up back this way. Alright, that's pretty cool to know, but yeah, definitely recommend all of these tracks from today's video because they're all worth checking out. But with that said, thank you very much for watching because that is where we're going to leave today's video. If you know of any other cool little EventLab maps, feel free to go ahead and put them in the comments or put them in a channel I'm going to make in my Discord server, which is also linked in the description. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed, and feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. I love to read them. I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. And yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Tech out. Oh god, I'm flying! Wait, can I actually make that? Why couldn't I have done that during the video?